2020 is here. Can you believe we are now in the third decade of the millennium? The new year is always a time to be excited and to look forward to new things. Here are some things to watch out for in the new year, handpicked by the Straits Times Life team. First up, Singapore's very own Mandopop queen STEFANIE's son will make her comeback this year with a concert tour celebrating 20 years in showbiz. The 41-year-old singer made her debut in 2000 and shot to fame with hits like Cloudy Day. Her musical releases have slowed since she got married in 2011, with several years in between her albums. But STEFANIE has made it clear that she's here to stay. Next up in the local arts scene, KWOK MINYI became Singapore Dance Theatre's very first Singaporean female principal dancer this year. The 27-year-old MINYI trained at the Singapore Ballet Academy and then at the English National Ballet School in London and has performed lead roles of Swan Queen and Kitri in productions of Swan Lake and Don Quixote. In television, media conglomerate Disney, which owns valuable franchises like Marvel, Star Wars and Pixar, now has its own streaming service called Disney+. It launched recently in several countries such as the US and Canada and is seen as a real threat to streaming giant Netflix. The service's original shows like The Mandalorian has exploded on the internet with a character who looks like Baby Yoda inspiring memes. With all its money and its large archive of content, it is expected to be Netflix's biggest rival. Now moving on to local director and comedian Jack Neo, who will return with his third movie in the Long Time Ago series, titled Not So Long Time Ago. The first two movies, which were released in 2016, chronicled the life of Singaporeans in the country's founding years and had box office success. The third movie will be set in the 80s. In the fashion and retail clothing rental subscription service Style Theory opened its first physical store at 313 Somerset last October. The store acts as a collection and return point for subscribers of the online service, but there are also apparel and bags for customers to try and rent on-site. Style Theory's move to a physical store shows an increasing demand for sustainable fashion and a growing market here for second-hand clothes. Next, Hong Kong-based travel company KLOOK, which held a travel fair that attracted 35,000 attendees in Singapore last year, is getting even bigger. The company is looking to expand its growth in the US and Europe and is set to double its workforce to over 2,500 in more than 30 offices worldwide by the end of this year. And now if you're looking to visit Asian Civilizations Museum in the new year, you're in luck, because its director TING is working to inject new life into the museum. A new gallery for jewelry will open in March, and the museum will also work with Beijing's Palace Museum on an exhibition of artifacts from the Ming Dynasty. Mr. Ting also wants to organize an Indian fashion exhibit on the heels of the really successful KWOK show held last year. Finally, we go back to music. Electronic pop singer, songwriter and producer JASMINE SOKKO was big in 2019. She was a finalist on China's Rave Now reality show and also won Best Southeast Asia Act at the MTV Europe Music Awards. The 24-year-old, who has started to release songs in Mandarin, will likely see even more success this year. Now for more things that are going to be big in 2020, log on to straitstimes.com for the full story.